give her a call again, and then she just added another phone number to the 13-year-old grandson who's possibly with the daughter. Step out with this.
2412.
Veteran crisis hotline's calling in, so they have a female veteran off her medication. She's at work to safe haven. You're checking 12, we'll check that one out.
6 Rumble, just want to make a shot.
All still stands for stop. No. Fender and custody.
Let me know if y'all can hear me. Give me 1 second. What's up? We are doing the show on the road, on location. We're going to be around here for a little while, just hanging out as a special spot tonight. We're going to get into some stuff here. And we're going to go for a little walk later too. So thank you all for hopping in. Please hit the like if you haven't yet. It is the freeway. Good evening. Good evening. Gonna do a little bit of a different stream. Let me know if you can hear me okay. Let me know if you can hear me okay. It's a beautiful night. See the planes flying in the air, the palmetto trees. You know, just, it's beautiful out here. Beautiful, beautiful. Ticket 21, oh no. YouTube must have got rid of some chat there. Got 24. Number 27. Number 25. Thank you for being here. Appreciate it. Fly Girl, Detective, Stephanie. Hope you had a good day too. Hello to you, JD. Michael, number 1. Uh-oh. Who's the real TrueCrimeRi, right? Who's the real TrueCrimeRi? I don't know. What's up, ET? I haven't had a sip of coffee except for this morning. Been drinking water all day. Got the electrolyte right now. What's up, Tracy? What's up, Mary Jo Reed? Well, think about it, you guys. Think about it. This is, everybody was like, remember when I was saying that it was all just a setup? It was all just a setup. We'll get into it tonight, though. There's even like, this is what's crazy is there's even like YouTube content creators that will use that photo shit to make their own shit. So like when they get on camera, right, you're like, whoa, that's a completely different looking person. But on their profile, it's like all like, you know, winds blowing in the fucking air, and it's like, you know, it's like a stance, you know, and you know, yeah. It's a crazy day we live in, you know. Just be real, right? Just be real. Contribution call out. It's crazy out there, man. Contribution call out, Patricia. Thank you for becoming a YouTube member. Thank you so much. Oh, and we got Fly Girl, member for a month. CJ, you are 1 in a million. I appreciate you very much. Thank you so much for the contribution. It allows us to even do what we're doing right now, because we're gonna go for a walk, and we got that members live coming up. Trust me, I'm thinking, because it was pouring down crazy this morning, but it wasn't gonna rain all day today. So I think tomorrow or Friday, people here in the MBSC, let me know. I think it's tomorrow or Friday. that's like the worst. Whatever the worst day is for the rain, that's the day that we're sitting inside and we're just gonna member only it out for frickin' hours, man. You're just gonna see every bit of footage that I got, and honestly, I'll probably only upload maybe half of it. So y'all get to see stuff, or even if you have to watch it on the member only replay, you'll still get to see all the footage. I think I'm gonna start doing that, because when I go out onto these locations and stuff, I get so much footage and photography, and it's already so busy enough trying to travel and organize and do all this stuff at once. You're always like, you're always chasing your tail because there's just so much. So I'm thinking like, man, that'd be cool, where you guys, because honestly, there's, even with like Idaho 4, everywhere that I've gotten footage, I've not uploaded every bit of footage. So I think what I'll start doing that, literally just go from all of it from beginning to end, and you guys can see it even if it doesn't get uploaded. Oh, hold on 1 second. Contribution call out ET Electus Unis Music. That's a really interesting name. And what kind of music is that? Let me know. That's real interesting there. Let's see here. Reverse picture comes back with nothing, right? There's some other photos being circulated out there too, right? And I'm going to show you, as soon as I saw them, I was like, man, it does look similar, but at the same time, you got to look at these features, right? And I'm going to point them out. We're going to show them to you. We're going to get into it. Unfortunately, I left all my notes back, but I did have a little quick rundown of everything that we're going through tonight. And we're going to go for a walk anyway, so, hey, whatever. We're going to go for a walk. Did it do it twice, or did YouTube mess up? Hold on 1 second. Contribution call out. Did YouTube mess up? Oh, it did. Hold on. It shot me. What the hell? No, it's not YouTube. StreamYard. It shot me back up there. Alright, hold on. What the heck is going on here? I don't understand. What's up, Sandlapper? Let's see here. Oh, there we go. We got a contribution call out. Amy Heltman. Thank you so much for your contribution to the show and the community, because I know y'all can't go to these places that we go to, but that's one of the reasons why I do it. Not only for my safety, but we can do it together. I can, even though you can't be here with me on location, I almost bring you with me, and so you get to see a different view, a different theory based off of what the atmosphere is like, and all these different things. So doing it together and help bring in the awareness, and it's almost like you're here with me too, so I appreciate it. It allows me to be able to do this. Delia, what's up? Thank you for hopping in. Oh, Cheetos sounds so good, Busby. I gotta wait to eat until after we're done with the show. I always do, though. What's up, Sarah? Thank you. Yeah, I'll just put it this way. We're in a special spot, but we're just kind of hop, skip right next to solid rock. That's all I'll say. I'll just put it this way. A certain somebody would know where I'm at. You know what I mean? But we're not going to be here the whole time. We're going to go for a walk. We're going to go for a walk, too, because it's beautiful. I want to take you guys for a walk anyway. Sonia, Christy, thank you. What's up? I know I'm getting to them a little late here, but I like to make sure I highlight all these before we get into the show. What's up, Brown Feather? Sarah, come on. Uh-oh. Did it go out for a second? We're running on the mobile studio right now. And there's some dogs fighting outside. What's up, Jenny? Yeah, a glamour shot, right? It looks like a glamour shot. I don't know if we're gonna get more peaches. I know, man, I've been slammed all freaking day. Oh my gosh, I was sick yesterday, but I still did crap tons of work. The team knows, like, I was up till like 4 in the morning doing work, you guys. And then I was back up at 9:30, and then it was right to more work. I did did this custom built station with some fam and a whole bunch of other stuff. I had to do some running around today, get some supplies. I ran out of water bottles last trip, so I needed to restock on water bottles and electrolyte and things like that, you know what I mean? So, and then, we had to, mosey on down here. What's up, Miriam? Slam today. I'm hoping I can get some chill time here. I keep shooting for it. I got a lot of stuff knocked out the way, though. The next thing is this Members Live where we got to go through all this footage, and then I got more footage to get. I still have to fit in, but I don't know if I'll be able to because it's supposed to rain. Then I got to go do some interviews Saturday. Just busy. Amy Helpman contribution call out $4.99. Seriously, I need like I even need like a road manager. Seriously, like I'm sitting here driving here tonight. Even I'm thinking I'm like, man, there's just so much more information coming out, and I can't, I can't like while I'm driving. It's not good to get distracted, so I don't even do it. But then it's like, it's just man, one day have me, me and a road manager, we're able to do it all. This is tough. Thank you forever sticking to the crimes and not being in the drama and true crime right now. You're a breath of fresh air on this platform. Amy, I appreciate it. That's what it's all about. That's why people don't like me or they talk shit, because it's about peace, positivity, and progress. And that's what the PPP stands for. Peace, positivity, and progress. And I just don't put up with bullshit. And a lot of people don't like that. So, and when it comes to that stuff out there, we usually smell the hot dog steaks before they happen. You know what I mean? Right, team? We usually smell those here, let me throw this up here real quick. We usually smell those hot dog steaks before they exist, We can just tell from the look at it, so trust me. We ain't about that shit. Yes, they are. You too, Just Robin. Yeah, thank you so much. Appreciate it. Aw, thank you. That's why they're the angels. Let's get that hot dog steak off there. That's why they're the angels. Bluetooth. Yeah, this is the new one still. I don't know. We'll see. We're gonna go for a walk. and we'll see how it works. I really need. I don't know. This is the one thing, you know, because when you're out here doing this stuff, you have to spend so much on gear. You know what I mean? And I'm constantly like, I don't know. Literally, this is no lie. Gosh, I think in the last month, I've bought 4 different frickin' wireless headsets in hopes that they would frickin' work. You know, just work for what we're doing. Because, you know, to have to carry the cords and all this other stuff, it's just crazy. Anybody that's seen me in real life that has met me, you know, out on these locations understands, you know what I mean? Like, they see me and they're like, holy shit. And it's like, yeah. So, that's the crappy part about it, is like, just wasting money on gear that doesn't turn out to be like what it should, you know. Thank you, Justice for Micah. We're going to share those screenshots in a second here. What's up, Yoli? Rita? Damn, Caddy, look at that. Boom, 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 boom. She's got the Gatling gun. What's up, Samantha? There's so much, there's so much drama out there. It's sad to see it too, you know. It really is. It's sad to see it. All right, we're gonna share these real quick here. Let's see. We always start the show sharing these off. That way you can scan it, take a screenshot here. We need to make that bigger. Hold on. Is that gonna block me? Let's go ahead and flip that up there. There we go. That way you can take the screenshot, share it with your friends, you know. And then at the beginning of the show, if anybody comes in late, they know they can always go to the intro. And they can get these QR codes here. And we'll switch up the music here as we get into the show. We're going to get into some stuff. I can't wait to go for a little walk, honestly. I was wanting to go yesterday. and I couldn't because I just felt sick, man. I'm telling you, like, what's up, Monica? I'm telling you, this heat. This heat ain't no joke. Ba-dum. Ba-dum. Alright, there's that one. We'll leave that one up too. Make sure you got the 26. Make sure you got the 2632. That code there at the top. Let's see here. I'm just going to leave that up there for a second. We're going to get to today's topics here. Okay. Now, there's a lot of stuff. This dare to care. Do not donated. There's a message from Micah's mother. Sorry, I have so many links saved here. Okay. So here's the video here. We're going to play this. We went through it last night. So we're going to get into this message here in a few minutes from Micah's mom, I believe.
Hey, y'all. I was just sitting here looking at some pictures and videos, of course, of my wife, and couldn't help but come across all the ones that have to do with the mission trips that we went on. I'm not a missionary. I don't like missions trips. I'm a teacher. I like to stay home and teach. But she loved the mission trips, and especially when she went to Africa last year. When she came back, I picked her up at the airport, and she was overwhelmed with joy. And she came back. She said she wanted to start a school, a Faith First Academy in Africa. And I said, Micah, you can't do that. I said, that's not possible. We don't have the money. We don't have the resources. We don't have the teachers, the curriculum, the location, the place. We don't have it all. Well, that was kind of a challenge for her. And so for the next month, and the way when you communicate with Africa, they're in a completely different time, of course. And so when you send them a message, you don't get a response to the next day, and then you send it and the next day. And about a month later, she brought me a notebook. She had the teachers, the location. She even had the lunch lady, someone who was going to bring these children food. And she brought me everything we needed. And she got it down to about $500 a child per year. And then I'm the good guy that's good with financial stuff. And so I was able to get it down to $300 for a year for a child to go to school there. And that includes the food that they get each day. And so we sent a team at the beginning of this year, and we were expecting about 75, maybe 80 kids. The first day we had 150. By the end of the week, we had 300. And now we have about 350 children begging and pleading for us to start our school back in August of this year. And so in honor of Micah, we're doing it. It's her mission. She came up with it. She started it. She did all the work. She prepared the way. She laid the foundation. And so we are sending a team, and we're praying to God that we have enough of what we need to be able to feed the 300 and something kids, curriculum provided, teachers trained, and everything. And we're really, really excited. So that's something we have to look forward to. We'll send you pictures when it comes out. And if you go to dare2caremissions.com, you'll see our website, and that's where Micah started, of course. And so if you love Micah, you got to love the people of Jabbrock, because that was her big thing that she enjoyed so much. Thanks.
I hear the drums echoing tonight. She is only whispers of some quiet conversation.
Alright, I have to mute it just because of copyright reasons. I'll get to the membership here in a second. I'm going to let these pictures play out. And we're going to get through a couple more TikTok videos here. So here's the link to this video. Alright. Now, here, let me do this. There we go. Alright. Now, we have, here, let's throw that up there. Alright, now we got another TikTok video to watch here. Now, it flashes real quick here. So, and the link is crazy long. Hold on. Is there a way I can get it? I don't know if this is gonna fit. Hold on. Yeah, that's not gonna fit. Holy crap. What's up with that? Excuse me. Contribution call out. Morgan Lindsay. Let me throw that screen up there for you. Thank you so much. Appreciate the contribution to the community. And did anybody mention in chat from Myrtle Beach area? Anybody from the Myrtle Beach area? What's the worst day of rain? Is it tomorrow or is it Friday? Let me know, because that's the day we're doing the members live. Been blocked. I'm not blocked anymore. We weren't blocked anymore. We were blocked for a little while. So I don't know. There's that link. It's TrueCrimeRi's TikTok. So here, let me just share at least the channel link, and then you can go check it out there. Here's that. All right. Here's a new video. It goes crazy quick here.
You know why? On some real shit, I'm just wild, bro. Tell me.
Alright, what is going on with this? It won't even let me go full screen. What the hell? It won't let me go full screen. What's going on here? Michael Francis replies to JP forwarding mental health appointment reminder so Micah doesn't miss her appointment. I can't see what it says. Hold on. No, that's true crime. Hold on 1 second. What's getting old? No, I'm in my vehicle. I don't have all my stuff with me. Alright, so here's these. So here's these. There's the photos. We'll go through those photos in a second. There's just one right here. No, the screen's so small that I can't, hold on. Discord just sucks for fucking information because the way that they have it. That's why we're getting a Facebook group, because it'll be a hell of a lot easier to show this shit. Alright. Alright, there's that. Okay, I have to stop right here. Okay. I'll have to take one. Let me see here. In the heck? Alright, here it is. And it won't let me frickin' zoom in. Why won't it let me zoom in? Oh, hell no. Alright, hold on. I actually have to, like, open a picture. Come on. Alright, now we can zoom it. It's hard to read it. Alright, so here's the screen. Or the photo here. If y'all can read that, let me know. If y'all can read that, let me know what it says. Because Micah has an appointment with something green, something at 10 a.m. at the community, something. Reply C to confirm, R to reschedule, call whatever. Stop to, yeah. Okay, say I would appreciate it if you would stop texting me. But yeah, I don't know. Alright, here's the other text messages here. Let's see. So, not sure what order here. Hold on. Let's see. I gotta stop that. Present. Let's see. Okay, this one says, I told one of y'all already that. Here, let me look at the order on the video. Or on the page here. So we got big block, small blocks. Alright, so green on top, then green on bottom. So green on top. This. Alright, wait. This. Yeah. Alright, so here's the first one. John Paul asked me to text you all just so we are all on the same page. I have decided to slowly taper off bipolar meds without telling my doctor and against JP's wishes. I would appreciate if you could regularly call me anytime just to check on me and for support. I have made other adjustments to help with the transition, such as no alcohol, no caffeine after 2 p.m., regular sauna and ice baths, much cleaner diet, and cutting out friends who are negative and add stress to my mind. I love y'all, and I hope this doesn't stress anybody out. That was not my intention. Then it says Destiny. Well, I definitely want you to be safe about it, sis. I want to support you, but also maybe if you are going to not have a doctor's supervision, maybe try to find something doctor. Alright, this one says, I told one of y'all already that I was tapering off, but I don't remember who. You mentioned to me you were thinking about it. KK, you told me, as long as you are happy and healthy. So you basically told all of us separately. Bah ha ha ha, okay, cool. Then this one says, the dose to be best, so it cuts off something. The dose to be best. Wait a minute, where would that... So this one ended with bah ha ha cool. Wait a minute, why does some of them have a date and some of them don't? Look, where's the date? Where's the date? Where's the time? Over here, it just shows the name. Hold on. It doesn't. There are. Yeah, so that, I don't know, it's cut off somewhere. Yeah, that too. Yeah. I suggest extreme caution concerning products, flour. It only takes a little too much to really have adverse effects while on another medication. Like Destiny was saying, it would be really good if you had some kind of holistic plan, which may include someone that you can be accountable to for how things are going. I've decided to wait until after the holidays to do anything so that don't go through any withdrawals and ruin another Christmas. But many prayers, please. As of now, I feel great, so thanks for all the wisdom. Great thinking. Okay. I don't understand, what were those text messages supposed to say anyway? That they wanted her to have a holistic way. They wanted to have a holistic way, or they were asking her to try and do it holistically. So, what, Tiffany, you're blocked from TrueCrimeRi? See, I gotta adjust the brightness there. You're blocked from TrueCrimeRi? No, sorry, I'm in the vehicle right now, so I can only see a little bit of chat. I'm on location. Sorry, hold on. Let me flip that up there for you. I'm live on location here. No, you're not blocked, Tiffany. We've been able to see you. I haven't been able to. Trying to, when I'm screen sharing stuff, it totally takes chat away. So it's hard for me to see chat when I'm like doing this, because I can't see chat. So that's all. Oh, I didn't even. Okay, hold on one second. See what I'm saying? I didn't even see it. Contribution call out. Are you into Jay? $5 super chat. Hey, CJ, we appreciate your hard work and anyone can, please consider sending CJ a small donation to support him in his trip. Thank you. I appreciate that, man. Thank you so much for the kind words. Thanks for the support. We're going to go for a little walk. We're going to go for a little walk here. No, you're good, Tiff. Jay as well. I apologize. Yeah, but I'm doing. That's why I was like, I've been trying to look into trying to get like what are they called? Like a USB HDMI little mini monitor that can go off to the side that I can have another screen up, and it can go on my little thing that I have custom built here. I made some additions to it, Jay. You should see it now. Alright, so we're gonna talk. Let me see here. Actually, there was a video. When it comes to this, yes, Tough Topic made a video about it. I wanted to share their video. This is about the donations, and when it comes to the whole mission thing. Now, there's another video we're gonna get into later on. That one's about 20 minutes, but that really shows a lot about. They kind of did their own investigating when it comes to the stuff over there, and I think you should check it out too. Also, there was something else I wanted to highlight and share with you guys too. Give me 1 second. I'm just trying to pull up this next. Let's see. Okay, we'll leave those there. Let me see. Not My Cup of Tea did a really good video about. So this is why it's important, and this is why I was sharing this link here. When it comes in the beginning of the show, I shared this video because I really want you all to go listen to the conversation that we were having out there after the bond hearing, you guys. And we're going to go into some of the stuff with, JLR came out with a video earlier and had a lot of good information too when it comes to that. I mean, we're going to be getting into that. This conversation is very important because it deals with the same people. It deals with the same people, so we'll be getting into that. All right, but this is a small video from Tough Topic, and it was about the whole donation stuff. So let me share this channel real quick with you. We're going to go for a walk here in a little bit. All right, so here's the channel. Ooh, hold on 1 second. Kid Kitty contribution call out. Thank you for the 5 gifted memberships. Mythical Charity. And we'll see who else pops up there. There's got to be. Oh wait, I'm not on top. I'm on top chat there. There we go. Thank you so much. All right, check out this video real quick. Ah! Is it gonna work or what? Is it gonna switch or what?
With Joy, and she came back. She said she wanted to start a school a Faith First Academy in Africa. And I said, Micah, you can't do that. I said, that's not possible. We don't have the money. We don't have the resources. We don't have the teachers, the curriculum, the location, the place. We don't have it all. Well, that was kind of a challenge for her. And she brought me everything we needed. And she got it down to about $500 a child per year. And then I'm the good guy that's good with financial stuff. And so I was able to get it down to $300 for a year for a child to go to school there. About 350 children begging and pleading for us to start our school back in August of this year. And so in honor of Micah, we're doing it. It's her mission. She came up with it. She started it. She did all the work. She prepared the way. She laid the foundation. And so we are sending a team, and we're praying to God that we have enough of what we need.
Welcome back to my channel. Tough Topic. My name is Brittany. I hope everyone is enjoying their day. And many of you are still keeping up with the Micah Miller case and know that it's far from over despite the ruling of her death. So John Paul Miller, Micah's husband and pastor of Solid Rock Church, has returned to his normal church duties. He has also been continuously speaking out about the lies that he claims are surfacing at the hands of Micah's family. But recently, he's spoken out about the mission that Micah was a part of, Dare to Care Missions. And let's just say he wants to keep her legacy going. Now, despite him not liking missionary work, he says that Micah loves it and he wants to keep it going. He said in honor of Micah, he's working to get the schools up and running in Africa, and that would include feeding them, funds for resources. However, although this does sound like an incredible, selfless idea, there's just one tiny setback. These donations have allegedly not been going to the person or the recipient, Pastor Jumba. So sources close to the family say that the recipient has not received a dime of the donations. Now, Micah's mom, Angelita, wrote a post on Facebook that states, I am Micah's...
Remember, there was reports of, remember, Micah was, while she was there, it was reported that Micah was having to spend her own money while she was there. Now, right when everything happened, shortly after that, shout out Rosie. She lives over in South Africa. She started looking into it. CJ. She said CJ. I don't know. It's still early into me looking into it, CJ, but I'm not finding nothing, CJ. Who knows? I don't know. Who's reporting this?
Welcome back to my channel, Tough Topic. My name is Brittany. I hope everyone is enjoying their day. And many of you are still keeping up with the Micah Miller case and know that it's far from over despite the ruling of her death. So John Paul Miller, Micah's husband and pastor of Solid Rock Church, has returned to his normal church duties. He has also been continuously speaking out about the lies that he claims are surfacing at the hands of Micah's family. But recently, he's spoken out about the mission that Micah was a part of, Dare to Care Missions. And let's just say he wants to keep her legacy going. Now, despite him not liking missionary work, he says that Micah loves it and he wants to keep it going. He said in honor of Micah, he's working to get the schools up and running in Africa, and that would include feeding them, funds for resources. However, although this does sound like an incredible, selfless idea, there's just one tiny setback. These donations have allegedly not been going to the person or the recipient, Pastor Jumba. So sources close to the family say that the recipient has not received a dime of the donations. Now, Micah's mom, Angelita, wrote a post on Facebook that states, I am Micah's mother. Please do not donate anything to daretocaremissions.com. It has been reported that all the funds raised for Kenya thus far have not reached the pastor there. So hold on to your gifts for now. We are working on making Micah's mission a reality. We just have to do things in order. You can read her story on the family page, justiceformicah.com. Pray and seek God before you do anything. He will guide you. Thank you and amen. So this post comes after John Paul goes online talking about the mission. And
why do you think? I mean, come on, right, Christy? Come on, let's think about it. Let's go back to the beginning of the shows when we started talking about this, right? The flash drive. There had to be a flash drive. You saw, like I've been saying, when Court TV starts an investigation, or when Court TV announces that the FBI has started to investigate soon after, when it gets announced from Court TV, you already know it was in the works already. They're not going to announce it the day they start working on it. They're going to announce it when they're comfortable to announce it. They're not going to announce it. Hey guys, we just started working together. No, they don't do that. They announce it when it's comfortable to announce, right? Thank you, detective. So you know that if it gets announced on Court TV shortly after, you know that it was like damn near like the next day or the day after the next day when it started. They just didn't tell nobody that they could say something if they did know something, right? Contribution call out to Pam Silvas for the dollar super. Is it a super sticker? Yes, it is. Thank you so much. Let me hit the like and the heart on it. Thank you so much. Appreciate the contribution. And why was somebody there? I don't know. Maybe to see. What all do you know? What all do you know, Micah?
And him needing donations so that they can jumpstart this school, in honor of Micah. So, of course, the family caught wind of it. They contact the proper people that need to be contacted. According to close sources, the pastor has not received one dime for John Paul Miller. Now, it's very possible that the donations are kept in a trust through Solid Rock Ministries and held until the goal amount is achieved. But having JP's name on a quest that Micah started, knowing that she was in the middle of divorcing him, just does not sit right with me. I don't think she would want him in charge at all. JP can easily sign the responsibility over to someone in Micah's family. JP has also been known to allegedly mishandle funds for the church, which is why there is an ongoing FBI investigation with Solid Rock Ministries. But let me know how you guys feel about this. Do you think it's something fishy going on, or do you think that's just another thing that JP wants to try to control and keep away from Micah's family? Let me know your thoughts. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe so you won't miss out.
Hey, we've been saying since the beginning, like I just said, hell, it's probably in the show that was announced that the FBI was. When we showed the video, it's like, they done, hell, if they're announcing it now, you know that they were already working on something before. You already know. And who knows, it could take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years. Who knows? Well, I forgot, there is one person that knows. There's one person that knows. I forgot. All right. Now, this whole... Here, let's share this. Can we... Here, hold on. Let me make this bigger. All right. The old Sharon Walsh. The old Sharon Walsh. Now, you look up Sharon Walsh. This is what, and this is why I'm going to say we're going to look at these. And at first it was like, yeah, they look the same. But then after I start looking into it, it's like, I don't know. Because when you look at these two together, right? These eyes look closer to the nose. These eyes look farther away from the nose. So now I kind of think that it's like different people. Different people. Now, this is a great video. I wish I could show it, but I have to download it in order to show it. Here, hold on. Where can I put it so I can grab it right away? Hold on. Alright, so there's that. Let me share this with you. Thank you, Detective. Sorry, when I'm doing this, I can't see chat. So I apologize when I have to look for it. Let's see here. Okay, here we go. Check this out. So, you know, like, so-and-so is really good at the whole AI stuff, probably a really big fan of the AI stuff, right? So wouldn't it be interesting? I think whoever it is kind of looks like in one of these photos here. But I mean, she's a real person. Maybe on voice, but that's why I was saying, have you ever seen her on camera? Have you ever seen her on camera? Yeah, we're going to go for a walk here in a little bit. Simply Criminal contribution call out. Thank you so much for the $2 super sticker. I apologize. If anybody can say what the cartoon is in chat, please do. Because I can't see it right now. But I wanted to share those. Now, we'll get into the lawyer stuff here in a little bit, because there's a whole, I mean, JLR talked about it earlier. Shout out JLR. Like the dude's brother, even. Like, it's crazy. So if you watch JLR's video, you'll know what we're talking about. We'll be getting more into it, alright, in a little bit. Now, something's up with my, is this thing working or what? I don't know if my battery is charging on the computer or not. I'll have to double check that. All right, we're gonna go for a little drive here. Give me 1 second. We're gonna get into now. You can let me know what you think. I think it's some AI stuff. I've always been kind of suspicious. I've always kind of been suspicious. Uh-oh. Is my camera? Hold on 1 second. We're gonna give you a. Alright, there we go. Alright. We're gonna go for a little walk here in a few. We're just hanging out at the ball field for a little bit, seeing if I don't know. It's Wednesday night. You know what I mean? It's Wednesday night. Who knows? Right. Let's see here. Beautiful night. You can hear the cicadas. What's up, Wildcat? Damn, that car almost freaking hit me. Alright, let's go take a drive by Solid Rock here. It's beautiful. We're gonna park somewhere here. Alright, we're gonna to figure out a spot to park. Oh, we're going to go for a walk. I'm just trying to find a good spot to park. These are some tiny streets here. It's been a crazy long time since I had to parallel park. Alright, give me 1 second. We're going to go for a walk. Alright. Just getting it all ready here. Ooh, it's a little sticky out. Actually. Alright. Alright, let's go for a walk. It's a pretty sticky night out, actually. Here, let's see how this spotlight works. Oh yeah, that looks good. Got ourselves a spotlight if we need it. Let's go take a walk down this way here first. Why is it doing that? It's going like crooked. It is really muggy out tonight. Damn, that sounded like a jet going off. Here, let's set this down real quick. We'll get whatever's going on figured out here. There. Oh, I won't. I don't trespass. I never do. I never do. If we go anywhere, we always have permission. On any case that we work on. On any case that we work on. Beautiful night. Little sticky though. Oh, you can't walk dogs on the property. Beautiful area. See what I'm saying? Like when you walk around, it's like a beautiful area. It's just peaceful. You got beautiful shrubs. You got benches in the middle. You got benches in the middle. Let me see. Does this help if I turn that on? That kind of bright. It's like too bright, isn't it? Real quiet. Real quiet. Whoops. Sorry, my legs keep hitting that. Let's walk across the street. It is. It's a beautiful area. I mean, that's the thing, like when you drive around here, you just go, damn, that'd be a cool place to like, even like these little apartments over here. It's like, damn, that'd be a cool place. Just kind of nestled. Now, this is what was crazy was I was looking some stuff up, and we'll go into it more when we're back in the studio area, but I was looking into it, and like a year and a couple months ago, the community here was in an uproar. It was February of 23. The community was in an uproar because they were going to be adding 300 more single family homes to the market common area. And so it was like, well, what'd they do? Add them in like little townhomes, like right over across the street there? Little townhomes. Now, this is pretty neat. That's pretty neat. There's like some LEDs behind the cross there. I'll put a photo up on a community post. I think it looks pretty cool. I think that's a really cool shot. Here, let me get a closer shot for you guys. We won't get on anybody's property. There we go. That's a pretty cool, got some good photos too. Now it was like having me hold it still for a second. I'll put a community post out there. I didn't notice it, yeah. I don't think we did walk down this way. We did walk down this way. We did walk down this way. Oh shoot, I need my... But I never noticed this before. So here's there we go. There's a community post up if you want the actual photo of it. Hear the crickets chirping. All right, we got a community post up there for you. A lot of people, you know what's crazy? If anybody was with us for Riley's strain when we were doing some searching for Riley's strain, all the people that were on the scooters. Here's another photo if you want to see. Get the moon in it too. With the Riley strain stuff, there was a lot of people on scooters. Here, we'll get the... Here, let's get rid of this so you can get the whole shot. And I'll get a shot for you. Here. There you go. There's a lot of scooters around here. A lot of scooters. We'll get that shot for you with the moon in it. I gotta try and hold it still. There we go. Alright, let's go. Dun, dun, dun. So it looks like they fixed their sign. Let's see, does it show up? It looks like they fixed their sign. Remember it was peeling off? We took a photo of it. There's a community post that we put up. It was peeling off, so they must have fixed it or something. They must have fixed it. So it looks like it's repaired. Oh, the volume's low? Hold on. Maybe I need to do this. How's that? Is that okay? What about this? Is that too loud? Let me know if that's too loud. Is that better? Whoa, I keep kicking it. Yeah, there's a bunch of people on scooters. Damn. Damn, those are cool. Like electric mopeds or something. There's like electric mopeds or something. Now, there's a neighbor over here that I noticed earlier. We were going to go talk. Is it too loud? Let me know. Doo-doo. Hold on, let me shorten these legs up a little bit. There we go. There we go. We're just taking a walk around the area. I should have brought my handheld one instead of carrying the tripod. Might have been a little easier. I figured we'd go walk around for a little bit. I wanted to go last night, I just didn't feel good. Yeah, it was really neat, that picture of that cross there. Oh, it's just me walking. Trying to hold it. I should have brought my, it does seem a little shaky, don't it? Hold on. It might be that. Let's see if that helps. No, why is it doing that? Why is my... Here, let me try this. See if that helps. Alright, let's see if that helps. Is that better? I can go back and get my handheld. I was gonna grab it, and then I was like, nah. Let's just get the tripod. But something's wrong with the tripod. It is kind of shaky, ain't it? Whew. It is toasty. Alright, we're gonna go back. I'll go get my handheld. We'll head back and we'll get my handheld. Maybe if I shorten up. Let me close up these legs too. Somebody flashing their light at me. What does that mean? Oh, it's just like a warning or something that you're riding a bicycle. Alright. See if that helps. Hopefully. Yeah, I just wanted to have a chill walk around in the evening. Wednesday night. I figured, who knows, maybe they might be having some kind of group thing or something. And I wanted to kind of walk around here. I had asked you guys the night before if y'all wanted me to, and I couldn't last night. I was just too sick, but I figured we would do it tonight. And then what we'll do is when I'm done walking, then we'll go back into the mobile studio. And then what I'll do is I'll get something ready and we'll go ahead and check out something on the way back, discuss it. We'll get into, once I get back, then we'll get into more of the stuff we brought up in the intro. No, I got sick because of this damn heat. Yeah, I got sick because of this damn... What I mean by sick is I got so dehydrated. That I couldn't even drink water because I was gonna puke. So I just rested. But no, I got so sick, just from the heat. Yeah, just all the traveling, and then, you know, barely getting. I think all day Sunday I was just going off of fumes. You know, that's all it was fumes. Then the next day it was fumes and just pushing too hard. You know, I barely even drank coffee too. I was drinking a lot of water. I was trying to stay on top of it. Yeah. Nothing. Nothing. Nothing going on over here. They did fix that sign. It's not peeling off anymore. They did fix it. I mean, look at just all the shrubbery and stuff. You know what I mean? It's hot. Trust me. It gets toasty, and it's toastier each time. It gets toastier each time. Alright, hold on. Let me... There's a lot of... I bet you this is where a lot of the single dwelling homes, because there's a lot of, like... I don't know if they're duplexes, but it's like... Yeah, they are. It's like they're duplexes. Skinny ones, too. Like 1 bedroom. Single bedroom. Oh, alright, let's get this handheld. Probably much better anyway. Uh-oh. That's not good. Alright, hold on. We gotta get this thing. Okay. Some weird shit going on. Okay. What the heck? Is it gonna work or what? There we go. Yeah, it's just when I have this handheld, it's hard to see chat even more because I have to like... Alright, this should work. Sorry, I missed some chat there. Alright, we're gonna keep walking around. We'll just take another little walk. No, it's just me walking, I suppose. Because I'm holding it steady and it's probably just me. For some reason, the computer didn't stay charged in the car. I have to double check the power supply setup. So we might go into the lawyer stuff tomorrow. We're just taking a walk in the neighborhood. Ooh, look at that. They got a lot of good streetlights over there for the basketball hoop. There's some SUV parked over there. Not that we are trying to find out whose it is or anything. What kind of trees are these? Is this the willow? That is a willow tree. It is still sticky out. See, a couple days ago, I walked around here at the same time period a couple days ago, and it was like nice and breezy, and it was nice and breezy. But tonight is just, it's just so sticky. No on-street parking. Yeah, they got these things crammed up. Look at this. Like, that's an alley, and you got garages on both sides. It's crammed here. It's crammed. We'll walk down this road here for a second, and you can see. Let's see how crammed it is. Maybe you can't. It's kind of dark. Well, you got lights on these houses over here. Here, we'll hop over to the other side. Oh, so that's how he leaves through here. See? They're like right next to each other. Okay, so when he leaves, he actually so the grass parking lot actually goes to here. Okay, so now it makes sense. Because I was like, how in the hell is he driving through the yard of two houses? No. Here's the grass. See, the property is all the way up to that fence. So basically, that's the property. So you just drive off here, hit the road, and then you turn. Okay. I never noticed that. Never noticed it. Bum ba dum. Well, for some reason, there's law enforcement outside. When I was walking my way back to get my handheld, there's a couple of them parked across the street. Oh, now that breeze is coming. What's up, Ruck? Ooh, now that breeze is coming. It's sticky as hell. There's the peach tree, y'all. There's the peach tree. Might be kind of hard to see it. Huh. There's like a lot of grass growing in between the cement slabs unless they're crooked. That's weird. What's up with that side door anyway? It's all weird looking. Never understood that. Why is the side door all weird looking? I thought maybe JP would be driving around tonight. I guess not. I don't know. Unless they got called in, I don't know. They probably have, like, who knows? But they're already sitting across the street. So we shall probably go back into the vehicle. Well, I mean, I wanted to take a stroll around here. It's beautiful. It was beautiful the other night. It's sticky as hell tonight. But I wanted to take a stroll. You never know. They left. Huh. Wanted to take a stroll tonight. Nope, they're there still. Barricades are gone. Barricades are gone. Yeah, they're still over there. Barricades are gone. What's weird is the no trespassing signs aren't there anymore. But that don't matter anyway. Oh, they took the letters off. It used to. Whoa. Can you guys tell? Hold on a minute. They removed letters. What? Hold on. We'll check those out. Here, let me take one more. Sorry about the camera view there. Sorry about the camera view. It has like in 6 p.m. on it too. They took it off on both sides. 10 a.m. It's hard telling. It something in 6 p.m. They took off letters. And it's got like some kind of rock in there or something. Hey, is that green bag still here? The green bag is still there. See? Green bag is still there. Whatever it's in that green bag, I don't know. I don't know. Alright. I'm not seeing. Alright, so let me go back to the vehicle. Well, let me see if I can figure out this power supply thing. I wanted to get into more stuff, but I saw the battery dropping, and I'm like, well, let me go do the walk around. Let me let it charge up. Let's see if we can figure it out. A lot of scooters and stuff around here. Alright, let's see if we can figure this out. And I'm gonna keep an eye out for you-know-who in case. Somebody comes by, I can hop back out. Alright, let's figure out this power supply thing. Give me one moment here. Be right back. Alright, I think I got it figured out here. Let's see if that. See if that helps. All right, let's see here. Whew. All right, loading up the computer. Ah, crap. I gotta get out. All right. Give me 1 second. Whew. All right, let's get back into the studio. Everything should work. All right, so let's see here. Let's get to. All right, now. Let's see. Where's that video? Okay, this was another one from Check My Church that I wanted to show everybody. We were getting into them the last couple nights. Here's the link to their channel. And let me screen share it real quick. Now,
red flags of abuse and cult-like control to protect the sheep and stop feeding the
don't
wolves.
play it.
We spoke to Alicia.
Don't play it yet. There we go. Let's put that channel link up there. Sorry about the transition there, you guys. Now, hopefully, this starts to charge back up. Give me 1 second. I see a contribution call out. Hold on. We got a couple of them. Contribution call out. And there's that screen. Thank you for the $3 super sticker. I apologize. I can't see what it is. And also, with the gifted membership, congratulations to who got the gifted membership. Either tomorrow or Friday, we're going to be chilling back. Me and the members, we're going to be chilling back, going through all my freaking footage from beginning until end. And a lot of it I probably won't even upload, so you'll be seeing stuff. You're going to kind of see, we're going to go through it together. We're going to organize it together. You could probably even help me title some of it if you guys want to. It's either tomorrow or the next day. Whatever day is the worst for rain. I'm thinking it's tomorrow, but it might be Friday. Thank you so much for that, Ruck. I appreciate it. And let's see here. Let's put that up there. All right. So this is an episode where they're talking about the cult love bombing. So you know how like, oh, here we'll just go ahead and let that play. Let the music go. So you know how it seemed like sometimes there'd be like sermons directed at certain people or using. You've heard a lot of the old. We're going to go through it in a future show where we hear from ex-church members and kind of how they discuss their experience and how they felt. And I don't know, maybe anybody could feel this way, at a service, but they felt that it was their story used against them, changed names, but that they were like little jabs towards members to kind of get them in line. So we're going to check this one out as I head back, and then once we get back, then I'll go ahead and we'll get through some of this other stuff here as we get in through the evening. I just wanted to take a little stroll around here. I figured, hey, why not? Let's start the live at the ball field where he meets Susie. Maybe we'll come across him. Hey, let's go take a walk around Solid Rock tonight. Maybe, it's a Wednesday night. Must be busy. I don't know. Because instead of them coming out, it was LE coming out. So, I don't know. But we did get a really cool picture. We did get a really cool picture of the that beautiful backlit LED cross there. I think it's really cool. I never seen that part at night. We had came by here before, but I just must have never noticed it. Honestly, so. All right, so let's check this out. We're gonna head back. We're gonna set up shop as soon as I get back to little mobile studio action going on.
To protect the sheep, stop feeding the wolves. We spoke to Alicia Young a couple weeks ago, former member of Solid Rock at Market Common, which was Micah Miller's former church, and we wanted to keep talking because there's just so much beneath the surface of what's going on at Solid Rock that should be discussed. And I think it's like Robbie Harvey says, that I totally agree with. Whether Micah Miller pulled the trigger or somebody else did, we need to focus on why the trigger was pulled. And I think it was pulled because Micah Miller was in a cult. She was trapped in a cult and she was trying to get out. That's what I think. But this time we're going to talk about cult love bombing because it's one of the first things you can check when trying a new church or really any group. So what was your experience at Solid Rock as far as love bombing goes? Is that something you noticed happening there or something you experienced when you and your husband first started going?
I did, because in the beginning it was, they were so excited to have us, and because John Paul had expressed that with my husband, he was so excited to have him. He had been praying for somebody like him, and that he just really wanted them to be best friends, and that was the goal, was we're going to be best friends. But especially with me, it was, oh, we're so excited to have you, we can't wait to get you plugged in. And then I never got plugged in anywhere. And it was just kind of saying things to my face, basically gaslighting me also, of, there's certain things, certain steps that we have to do to get you from point A to point B. And I was going through these steps, and it just felt like I was jumping through never ending hoops because it was not getting me anywhere.
Yeah, that's really interesting. I've experienced the same thing in one-on-one relationships that turned out to be, I would say, abusive. The whole "we're going to be best friends" thing, I've heard that multiple times from different people, and it's a huge red flag for me. I think it's a love bombing tactic. Oh, we're just going to be best friends, and I've been waiting for someone like you. Also interesting how after they love bombed you guys, you really felt like they had discarded you in a way, like they were no longer interested in having you there because they made it so difficult for you and gave you all these hoops to jump through. I've heard of that happening with other people in other churches too. Did that happen pretty quickly, like immediately after they got you in, or did it take some time for that, I guess, the going full circle on you?
I would say probably at least 2 to 3 months in, because in the beginning I hadn't seen any red flags. My eyes weren't open quite yet when we first got there. But quickly after, at least 2 to 3 months in, is when I started to really feel like, okay, they don't want me. They don't want anything to do with it.
Okay, I'm not sure what happened there. Give me 1 second here. We'll be right back with it here. So in the meantime, you've heard a lot of that stuff that's been talked about with people that we've talked with. Experiences that I've shared with you guys from conversations that I've had with people, or even experiences where they went on platforms and discussed it, whether they're on or on another. When it comes to the whole medical stuff, this is why when it comes to the labels and the different medicine, he already said, a few weeks ago, he listed off the medicine. Um, if there's uh, if there's like you know, a medical facility that will influence something a certain way, you know, medications can get written pretty easy. I mean, shoot, when it comes to the health epidemic that we have in the country, a lot of it is because of prescriptions getting written when they shouldn't get written, in all honesty. Now, we've also heard stories about how they like you to toe a certain line, behave a certain way. Wedges get caused, supposedly, speculation, allegedly, in between. Creates friction. It's why we wonder if some of the things are being used not only were used on Micah, but also were used on other people that maybe didn't toe in line either. Give me 1 second here. We're pulling up to a stoplight here in a second. Alright, give me one moment here. So we'll get this thing fired back up while I'm sitting here at the stoplight. And again, it was check my church. Should be loading.
is when I started to really feel like, okay, they don't want me.
There we
They
go.
don't want anything to do with me. They just want my husband.
Hmm.
And, you know, especially with the way I was treated, because my
Circle on you.
I would say probably at least 2 to 3 months in, because in the beginning I hadn't seen any red flags. My eyes weren't open quite yet when we first got there. But quickly after, at least 2 to 3 months in, is when I started to really feel like, okay, they don't want me. They don't want anything to do with me. They just want my husband. And, you know, especially with the way I was treated, because my husband could walk hand in hand down the church hallway and they would greet him. They would be like, "Oh, hey, Ken, how's it going? Good morning," you know, things like that. I'm standing right next to him and never would anyone acknowledge me. And I would look at him and I'm like, can you see me? Like, am I visible?" And he would laugh. He would kind of laugh and I'm like, "No, I'm serious. Like, I'm being treated like I'm absolutely invisible." And one particular thing that happened, and this was like that November of 2019. So there were small groups and we were part of this one small group. And after your I think it was like 6 to 7 weeks, something like that, of a small group. And then after the small groups were done, they would hold a dinner for those small groups, and the dinner would be, you know, led by the facilitators of the small groups. And so we were there, and the church, you know, was already basically kind of decorated for Christmas time. And so we were in the fellowship hall, and there was a Christmas tree in the fellowship hall, and it had pictures of everybody in the church. So I was looking at the tree, and it had pictures of everybody in the church on it, everybody except for me.
Wow.
And I saw at least 3 different pictures of my husband, but it wasn't just him by himself. Like, there was one picture of him and a
Huh.
friend that we used to be friends with. And I knew for a fact that someone had to go on my husband's Facebook to get that picture. And I'm like, if they could get a picture like that, why couldn't they get one of me? And I
Right.
looked through this tree so
Huh.
many times. I'm like, maybe I just missed it. Maybe I overlooked it. You know, surely this is not the case. And I looked through that tree several different times on different days that I was at the church. And absolutely, there was not one photo of me on that tree, which showed me John Paul truly did not want me to be seen in that church.
That's
Huh.
unbelievable. So
That's
in the
weird.
beginning, when he was love bombing, was it mainly just directed at your husband? Did you feel that love bombing at all, or was it just towards him and you were kind of just there for the ride, if so to speak?
I felt it was kind of a little bit of both, you know, because with me, they're like, "Oh, you can get we can get you plugged in here and there." You know, again with the, we're so glad that you're here and we can't wait to get to know you and everything. But John Paul never got to know me ever. You know, so basically the majority of it was directed to my husband, and I was kind of there for the ride. And once I started noticing things, I'm just like, you have to be kidding me, you know, because even 6 months in, a lady thought I was new, and there were other people who thought I was new. And that's when I was really getting so frustrated because I'm like, I'm not new. I've been here the entire time. But they were so blinded by things, and I'm sure that there was things that they were told, you know, because of just the way they.
So, okay. So it seems like from the beginning, let me know if you can hear me okay. It seems like she's saying from the beginning she was basically not included whether it was the introductions, whether it was group photos. She said they even went as far as to go off of somebody's Facebook page and take a photo of congregation members, but they didn't do it with her. So I'm trying to figure out, like, I'm wondering what would be the reason why, and let me know in chat, what would be the reason why she wouldn't, like, from day one, why from the get-go? Who knows? Maybe she'll get into it. I don't know. Let me know in chat. Like, it seems like from the beginning she felt like she wasn't included in anything, to the point where they went out of their way to not. I don't know. We'll see.
Acted, because at least just a handful of people only knew my name in the church, and everyone else just directed their comments or whatever towards my husband, and I just basically felt non-existent.
Wow. And that was pretty immediate for you. But
Yes.
for your husband, so did it take him a little bit longer than you to sort of see the problems at Solid Rock because they did so much more love bombing directed at him?
It did, and it was frustrating for me because I'm like, are you not seeing the same things that I am? But also, my husband's like, well, let's just give them the benefit of the doubt, and I understand that. But honestly, I felt we were past that point of giving them the benefit of the doubt. Like in the beginning, I totally get that, because I go into situations with an open mind, but I'm also very, very aware of things, too. My discernment is pretty strong. That's one thing that I'm very thankful that God has given me a very strong discernment. So my husband and I, I'll be honest, we did fight a lot during that period because of the church and how strongly they were trying to divide us the entire time.
That's interesting. So they love bombed your husband, and he probably felt obligated to stick up for them because of how nice they were to him. And
yes,
obviously it was causing problems. And I see cult love bombing as false empathy and fake affection and, flattery, over the top compliments that you're bombarded with when a cult is trying to recruit you into their cause. But one of the
So why would they be doing this? Because she was hip to the script? Like, why would she be doing it? Or why would, cult love bomb? Is that like a normal thing? They just go after, is that like a normal thing where they go after like one of the people in the relationship? I don't know. This is weird.
The ways that I can tell when it's love bombing and not like authentic is if there's strings attached and if it's not genuine. And with you, obviously it wasn't genuine at all because they said all these nice things and then immediately you felt like they're just full of it because they're not following through with anything they said they wanted. But with your husband, it seemed like they were more invested in putting on this love bombing a little bit longer to get, at least, if not to keep him there longer or to keep him there at all, to divide you two and to get him on their side.
For sure. So, with my husband, they basically put him on a pedestal in a way, and I was kind of down at the bottom. Basically, with my husband, they were interested in his giftings, because he is very talented, and he had at least 15, almost like 20 years of worship leading experience.
Wow.
So they saw him, especially John Paul saw him as a shiny new toy, and he was already polished and ready to go out of the box, because that's what John Paul wanted, was
Mm,
these musicians that were polished and ready to go, because it was all about the show. And
right.
so even, John Paul had my husband a few of the parodies and stuff. And John Paul actually got jealous over one of the parodies that my husband wrote because of
Huh.
how well received it was. Like everybody was like, "Oh my goodness, that was
Really?
so good." And they just kept complimenting him on it. And John Paul got really, really jealous, and we saw it that day. Like he couldn't
Huh.
stand it that someone else was getting attention, because he usually, I do believe, wrote the parodies and stuff. And then when my husband started writing some, that kind of quickly ended because of John Paul's jealousy.
So you think the jealousy was kind of the beginning of the end of the love bombing? As soon as he saw, oh, this shiny new toy that I wanted as a sort of
Oh,
ornament to my
wow.
empire is outshining me.
Yes.
Huh.
And he must not have seen you as
So he
some
won.
kind of benefit to the ministry. Like you were coming in with something that he wanted to use.
Nope. Even though I have different giftings and talents of my own, John Paul absolutely wanted nothing to do with it, because every time I would ask my husband, because my husband would have conversations with John Paul on my behalf, because John Paul would never sit down with me and talk to me about these things. He never would. He always wanted my husband to say things for him.
Hmm.
So, when my husband would ask him like, "Hey, why is she not able to do this or this, like she's wanting to, like she's wanting to serve in these areas," and John Paul every time would be, "Well, she has issues that she has to work on first, and she's got to do this or this or this first." And so when my husband would relay that
Wow.
to me, I would get so frustrated because it
Wow.
was just never ending hoops. I'm like, I'm doing this and this and this, and it doesn't matter. And to say that I was the one
Her
who had
voice sounds
issues
so familiar.
was just kind of like a slap in the face, because I'm thinking, well, there's other things going on that I see. And
Mhm.
John Paul doesn't want me to see anything else behind that curtain, so he's keeping me from doing anything.
Yeah, I believe very firmly that wolves are very aware of who is a threat to them and who will be a benefit to them.
Hmm.
And they just will love bomb anyone that they think will be a benefit to them. But anyone that's a threat to them, they stay very far away from. I mean, and that's true in nature and in this scenario. And I think he probably sensed that you would not only be not beneficial to him, but you would probably cause problems. So he just wanted to stay as far away from you as possible, is what it sounds like to me. But another question I had was, what's like the greeting situation there? Because a lot of churches that I go to, I mean, I see it as love bombing when you've got the sign holders outside that say, "Welcome home," and
Hmm.
we're so glad you made it, and you look amazing today. So what's the greeting situation at Solid Rock, or at least when you were there?
When I was there, they didn't really have parking attendants at the time. They did have security, they did have door greeters and stuff, because you could enter the church through two different ways. You could go through the back, that will take you through the fellowship hall and everything leading to the sanctuary, or the front door that just leads you directly into the sanctuary. Because the back door eventually it gets locked, And so once service starts, you can't go in through that door. You have to go through the front. But greeting and everything, there were people, you know, who would say, "Oh, I'm so glad you're here," which is normal for every church. But the thing, with us, it was they greeted my husband. They might have said hi to me. There were some people that are like, "Oh my gosh, you look so pretty today," and I'm thinking, okay, because it was weird in how it was done. Because I do remember the one time it was when I was really starting to lose weight, and I felt comfortable with myself, and I had this really cute black dress on, did my hair, had really cute boots on with it. And even John Paul that day, he looked at me and he's like, "Wow, you look very pretty today," which he would never give me compliments. Never.
Mm.
And that one morning he did. And I'm like, I I honestly, I really didn't know what to think about it because he never gave me compliments. And then that one Sunday, "Oh, you look really pretty today." Um, okay, thank you.
Well, he seems like
Yeah.
someone who's really interested in appearances, right? So
Yes. Yes.
so
So it
you
was,
you get rewarded for looking good.
yeah, because I was starting to lose weight and I was feeling a little bit more confident in myself. And I think he saw that. Yeah, because in the beginning when we went there, I was heavy, and I felt kind of insecure with myself because I didn't look like what they wanted.
Right. And he always talked about how he wanted. I don't remember the context.
Oh, okay. Okay, now, now I understand. This is so she said she was she was a little heavy back then. She was a little heavy back then, and she felt like he didn't want nothing to do with her. She felt insecure about it. So is that the reason? Because she wasn't what she considered attractive at that time. Interesting. So this is an interesting part of it too. The husband has 20 some years leadership experience. So she said that JP wanted to hold him on a, love bomb him. But then as soon as he did a song and everybody loved it so much, he got jealous and he quit being the golden boy. So that's a tricky game to want to hold somebody up on a pedestal and then pull it from underneath them when they get more love than you. Wouldn't you constantly be, or what is it? One of those things where be like the president, you're not supposed to beat the president at golf. You know, you got to make sure that the president beats you by one stroke. Kind of crap. Interesting. So maybe it had to do something with that. Let me rewind that just a little bit.
He seems like
Yeah.
someone who's really interested in appearances, right? So
Yes. Yes.
so
So it
you
was,
you get rewarded for looking good.
yeah, because I was starting to lose weight and I was feeling a little bit more confident in myself. And I think he saw that. Yeah, because in the beginning when we went there, I was heavy, and I felt kind of insecure with myself because I didn't look like what they wanted.
Right. And he always talked about how he wanted. I don't remember the context of the sermon where he said this, but he talks about having a hot wife
Hmm.
and wanting to help others get a hot wife who loves Jesus or something. And so
Oh yeah.
I found that like insane. But very clearly from that, it's obviously really important to John Paul that women look a certain way. And maybe in a way, his complete lack of attention towards you or his behavior towards you was because, you know, you didn't live up to what he wanted you to look like on the outside. And then once he saw that you lost weight and were putting more effort into your appearance because you felt better about yourself, he wanted to compliment you for that, you know, as a manipulation.
Oh,
That's
you look
kind of how
great.
I see it anyway. Like, okay, doing what I think is good. She looks good, so I'm going to be nice to her. It's really childish, but that's how wolves work, I think, is they care about the appearances. And if you're willing to care about appearances too, then they'll be nice to you.
Oh yeah, definitely. He even mentioned one time, you know, when I had to be a part of that little hype choir before I was allowed to do anything else. And John Paul would even mention to my husband, why isn't she smiling enough? She's not smiling enough. Like he literally wanted a smile
Yeah.
plastered on my face the whole time. And I'm like, I'm not that type of person that just smiles all the time. Even if I am like happy, it's my face. Like I don't have a smile constantly on it, you know? And so there were times where I knew, like John Paul would literally watch me while I was up there in this stupid choir. He would literally watch me. And so there were some Sundays that I was very aware that he was watching me. And so I myself would make sure I was doing the right things, that I had a smile on my face.
What
Because
the
then
heck?
the Sundays that I did have a smile on my face the whole time, John Paul would be like, "Oh, you did so good up there. Like you were smiling." And I'm just like, "Yeah, I'm doing what you want me to do."
Right. And another part of the whole love bombing thing with you and your husband is the offer of jobs and positions and a platform through the church to do what you want to do. I've seen that with a lot of other churches and ministries. They offer you all these things. You know, we'll give you your own podcast. You can be a leader on the worship team. You can have a job in this other business owned by the pastor, which we know was the situation for you guys with the piano bar. And it seems great when you don't know anything about the organization or the people, like, wow, they're being so generous. But then you feel trapped and stuck there when you're faced with their abusive or inappropriate behavior and you are uncomfortable and you want to leave. But from what I know about your experience at Solid Rock, that's pretty much what happened to you and your husband is you started seeing these things, but then, you know, your husband really felt hesitant because they were so love bomby towards him.
They were, and we had to be extra careful because of where my husband was working at the time and who his boss was, since his boss was basically John Paul's best friend. And so there were
Damn.
certain things, you know, when my husband finally was starting to see things and we didn't agree, we had to be so careful
So he'd get in trouble at work?
Of what we said, or, you know, even when we left the church, we had to leave quietly because of how the church and the bar were so intertwined with each other. And my husband at the time, he didn't want to risk losing his job and, you know, essentially not having somewhere to work and everything. So it was a very, very tricky situation for us
that's a tough
when we were
position.
there, and to not rock that boat. And it sucked for me because I'm thinking, no, I want to say something. I want to expose this for what it is because other people need to know. And I had to keep quiet at the time.
Yeah, and I noticed with some of the screenshots that have surfaced of texts from JP to Micah that he did a lot of love bombing with her too, showering her with gifts and, you know, talking about the new plane and going from calling her horrible names and making all sorts of threats and ultimatums in their relationship to flattering her and offering her the world if she'd just come back to him. Did you,
Yeah.
did you observe that personally? Were you aware that that was going on between them as a married couple?
I did not, because he was he was usually always very complimentary of Micah, always, giving her
Hmm.
some sort of compliment all the time, either while he was in the pulpit or at dinner and everything, overly at times complimentary of his wife, and not to say that can be a bad thing, but knowing who John Paul is and now seeing it is for what it is, it was definitely gaslighting and love bombing, and or all the time, look at my wife. Like, it was always a look at my wife, look how hot she is.
Mm.
And I'm just like, as a pastor, yes, you need
Huh.
to love your wife. God loves
Look
the
how
church,
hot
but
she is.
also when a pastor is standing in the pulpit and he's saying how hot his wife is, that's fleshly. And why on earth would you want other men to look at your wife in that way?
Right? Yeah.
It's a good
That's
point.
interesting, though,
She
that you
brings up a
mentioned how
good
he
point.
would
That's fleshly.
compliment her so much when, a lot of what's being said right now about him is that he would do a lot of bashing, and he did do this. He did a lot of bashing at the pulpit of her and others. So it's like he builds you up, love bombs, and then tears you down again if you don't, I guess, obey his standard.
Yes,
But
because even when we left, or actually, it wasn't even when we left. There was the meeting that we had and everything, and immediately it was either after the meeting we had or the email that my husband sent to John Paul expressing the concerns, especially with how I was being treated. And my husband's boss was even like, why don't you just apologize, and make this, right or whatever. And my husband's like, no, these things need to be talked about. This needs to be discussed. And he just kept saying, just, you know, just apologize, talk it out or whatever. And that's how much that they wanted him to stay in the church. And, even the question of, oh, you're going to fall on the sword for your wife. And my husband's like, yes, absolutely. That's my wife. And it was obvious that neither one of them would ever choose their wife over something else.
wow. And that's interesting that they consider just having a conversation and confronting, inappropriate behavior or rudeness or mistreatment as falling on the sword.
Yeah.
Like, you can't even have a disagreement. You must. But the other thing is, he expected your husband to apologize and you guys to apologize. But for what? What if I don't understand what they thought you needed to apologize for?
And they thought that we were in the wrong. And because there was even an email sent to someone at the church that my husband was friends with. It was actually Micah's brother, that my husband and him were pretty close. And John Paul sent him an email stating that we weren't going to fall in line, and that he just needed to share this information with him of, you might want to rethink of who you're friends with and stuff, and told him that, if we couldn't do this or this or this, then we didn't want to have anything to do with the church. And that absolutely was not true
Wow.
at all. It was, my husband was confronting John Paul
Better
of
watch who you're
how
friends
I was
with.
being treated, how things were in the church and everything. And it needed to be talked about and everything. Because even in that meeting, John Paul looks at me and he says, you're not good enough and your heart is not in the kingdom, which meant I wasn't giving enough money.
Hmm.
And for a pastor to say to someone, you're not good enough, first of all, what gives you the right to say that to
Huh.
somebody?
Right.
And then I truly knew how he felt about me at that point by him saying that stuff. And I think it was the day after that meeting, or even 2 days later, he came to the house And he said, well, I want to apologize for my actions and everything in that meeting. I didn't handle it right.
Mm.
And I was like, okay, thank you for apologizing. And I looked at him and I said, you know, you mentioned that you don't think my heart is in the kingdom. I said, if you would just get to know me and get to know who I am, you would know where my heart is at. And as I'm saying these things, he is inching his way closer to that door. And by the time I was
Huh?
pretty much almost done, he was already at the front door and he's like, okay, I'm gonna leave. I'll see you guys later. He truly did not want to hear
Wow.
anything I had to say.
Yeah.
So that
Inching away.
apology, that apology,
What the
honestly, it meant
heck?
nothing to me because
Right.
his actions were no
Her
different.
husband was
Well, it's just
best
like his
friends
love
with
bombing of
Jeremy.
you initially, right? It just didn't mean anything to you.
Yeah.
Because he wasn't going to follow through with any of it. It was just words.
Yep.
Okay. Have you noticed since leaving Solid Rock, have you noticed any of this kind of love bombing behavior at other churches you've been to, either before or after Solid Rock?
Yes. So after we left Solid Rock and everything, and we're trying to heal from the situation and stuff, my husband had gotten back in contact with a pastor that he had known for quite some time, at least 15 years. He used to be his worship leader. They had a falling out, but they got reconnected in 2020. Well, actually, toward the end of 2019 into 2020. And we essentially moved from Myrtle Beach to Oklahoma and stuff to help him with
Wow.
starting his church, starting out as like a home church. And my husband was going to do worship and help with the
From Myrtle
media
Beach to
and stuff like
Oklahoma?
that. And once again, he only wanted my husband for his giftings. He didn't want anything to do with me. He actually, at one point, because we found this out later, he told his son that I had Jezebel all over me.
Whoa.
Yeah,
Jezebel
and
all over her?
asked to do certain things. He never asked me to really do anything. It was all asking my husband to do everything. And again, I
She's
was
got
just kind of along for
Jezebel.
the ride, and I was starting to see things behind closed doors. And I would tell my husband, I said, if this is what ministry is like, I do not want any part of it.
Yeah.
Because it was just he was very self-seeking, and he
She
wanted,
sounds so
again, it was
familiar.
about money. And if you
Yeah.
were giving money, he was all about you. And once we stopped giving money, he basically tossed us to the side. We were no longer valuable to him anymore.
Yeah. And I see it in a lot of churches too. And the reason I ask that is because I really think it's important for people to realize that this is not unique to Solid Rock, even though it's happening at Solid Rock. Cult love bombing is happening in so many churches, and it is extremely common. But I think another thing that would be helpful in
I've never heard of it.
encouraging people is to talk about how did you and your husband overcome the feelings, or rather your husband, because you didn't feel obligated to them because they didn't love bomb you really that much. But how did your husband overcome those feelings, if you could, dare I say, speak for him, of feeling love bombed and obligated to the church when you guys decided to leave? Like, what was the last straw where the love bombing was no longer an issue, and it was just like, we've got to go. We're done.
I think with the meeting that we had and stuff, it kind of truly showed who John Paul was, everything. But also, my husband actually, what kind of made him wake up in a sense was he had a dream about me. God gave him this dream of my husband saw me, and there was like all these snakes around me, and it was kind of like whispers and everything that, what some people do, like there's snakes in the grass, and they're in that dream, he saw the snakes around me, but the whispers of people essentially talking about me behind my back in the
Weird.
in the church and stuff. And when he told me about that dream,
What's up,
he
Nana?
was like, "Oh
Thank
my
you,
goodness,
Rod.
this is what's going on." I said, "I've been trying to tell you this the whole time." Um, but it took that to him to finally see things that were happening and the treatment that was happening to me and stuff. So once his eyes were fully open to that,
Mm,
he then started to really rethink things, and he's like, we have to get out of here. Like we have to leave.
yeah,
Because it was no longer of, oh, let's just try to give them the benefit of the doubt. It was actual real division that they were trying to create between me and my husband.
right. Yep. And well, it's like you said, your husband chose you over the church, and for a church to think that a husband and wife would divide over them is, I mean,
Wow.
that's quite some entitlement and audacity, but that's exactly how cult leaders feel. They think that they're the most important thing in your life. But beware the cult love bomb.
Yes. Yes.
It's really easy to
I never
see
really
once you
heard
know
of
what it
it.
is and when you know what you're looking for. But I know how hard it is to see the red flags and walk away, especially when you're under the influence of being love bombed, because you want to be nice to these people who are being so nice to you. Sometimes,
Right.
even when we see them and recognize them for what they are, we get sucked in because we think we're just being paranoid, or maybe we're being too judgmental. And
You
our tendency
dismiss
to be
it.
loving and give people a chance to prove us wrong can get us caught and get us sucked in. But until next time, thank you again, Alicia.
Yes. Thank you for having me.
Alicia. So her name was Alicia. Her husband was best friends with Jeremy. JP reached out to Jeremy and said, "You might want to rethink who you're friends with." And then he chose her, or the church, over her. Her voice sounds familiar. Her voice sounds really familiar. I just can't put my finger on it. The whole time I'm just like, man, I feel like who knows, maybe it's somebody I talked to. Maybe that's why I'm feeling like the voice is extra familiar. I don't know, just for some reason I feel like it's familiar. I don't know about. Well, I mean, it might sound like Magnolia, but it's it's not. Her name is Alicia. So I'm gonna play this video here now. I told you we were gonna check out this video from Not My Cup of Tea, regarding the connections and stuff. Now, I don't know how many of you have heard or not heard the Ken and Alicia Young. Okay, there we go. Have I seen what interview? Hold on one second. Sorry, I was driving. I wasn't able to see. Played guitar. Okay. I have those names written down for some reason. Because I went through, I had a list from my first day that I got here, and I have a whole list of names too. And I think those are one of them, actually. Yeah, it does, right, Miss Cosmo? It does sound so familiar. I think my computer's about to shut down. Shoot, I wanted to, here, let me play this before it shuts down, and we might have to end the show, but I'll be back tomorrow for sure. We'll be doing a show. I won't be on location. We're just going to be doing a show at the desk. Let me play this real quick. This is not my cup of tea. I want to play it real quick before the computer shuts off. It must not have fixed the power issue. I don't think it's going to let me. It keeps flashing. Your battery is low. It's not going to let me, is it? Who knows? Let me, we'll get it charged up. I don't know. I might hop back on here after a couple hours. Just do a chill back live or something. We'll see. I was up till 4 in the morning doing a bunch of work, so I'm sure I won't be tired tonight. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead. We'll end the show. Thank you all for hanging out. I might pop in with a surprise live later. So if it's middle of the night and you're like, oh shoot, he's on, come say hi. I'm gonna eat some supper, let this computer charge up, and then I'm gonna take a look around, see what we got in the true crime world. We may just have like a today's headlines or something show where we kind of go around. There's a lot of stuff over the last few days that have came out throughout the country. People resigning, people being found, all sorts of different stuff. So we might do like a late night kind of show. We'll see though. After I eat some food, I might just be ready to chill back and go to sleep. But at the same time, I might be wide awake too. I don't know. So I want to say thank you all for hanging out tonight. I appreciate you very much. We'll see you tomorrow for sure. I hope you have a peaceful and positive evening, and we might see you in a little bit. Thank you so much. And thank you all for your contributions as well. It means everything to us. Allows us to be able to go out there. We're going to see you. Come on, we're going to be back there on Sunday. We got more protests coming. Thank you. I appreciate you. Please be safe.
Seven, 12, 6.